What is going on YouTube? Phase it back here with another video, and today's video I'm actually going to be showing you a Windows 11 optimization video for your PC in 2021. If you enjoy my content, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So the first step is actually going to be going to your Windows search icon and then typing in delivery optimization, and delivery optimization advanced settings should pop up, and then all you're going to want to do is click onto open. And then once it is open, you might see it on absolute bandwidth, but you're going to want to put it on percentage of measured bandwidth right here, and then check these two boxes. They might be unchecked, and you're going to just want to check them and put them both on 5%. And then on upload settings down here, if they're unchecked, make sure to check them, and then drag the top one to 5% and the bottom one to 5 gigabytes. And after you do both of those steps, you can exit out. And then now we're going to move on to our second step. So for the second step, you're going to want to go back down to your Windows search icon, and this time you're going to want to type in system and then configuration. And then once you find the system configuration pop up, you're just going to press open. And then once it's open, you might see, or you'll definitely see, a general, a boot, services, startup, and tools. You're going to want to go over to the boot section, and then right here on the boot section, you're going to want to make sure that no GUI boot is off, or is that is checked, I should say. And right here on your timeout, it might be on 3 seconds, and it might be on 5 seconds, or it might be on something else. But if you have a SSD, you should have this on 3 seconds. But if you don't have an SSD and you only have a hard drive, then you're gonna want to put this on 5 seconds. But since I have an SSD, I have it on 3 seconds. And then once you do that, go over to advanced options right here, and then on number of processors, you're gonna check this box, and then it'll probably have different amount of processors depending on your computer, but you're just going to scroll down until you find as many as you have. And for me, I only have a maximum of 4 processors, so I'm going to select all 4 of my processors right here, and then I'm going to press OK, and then you can press apply, and then you can press OK again, and it's going to show if you should exit without restart or if you should restart. And what you just want to do is click exit without restart, because after we do all the optimizations, we're going to restart our PC. And after you do that, you can just get back on your desktop, and we're going to move on to our third step. So for the next step, we're actually going to be disabling some notifications that could pop up during your gaming session if you're playing a game, and then it'll cause you to tab out. So you're going to want to go down to search and then type in notifications, and the notifications, actions, and settings will show up. And then right here, it'll have notifications right here. You're just gonna want to go down to the security, the autoplay, and the settings, and turn all of these off. And then you're gonna also uncheck these two. One might be checked, 2 of them might be checked, but just uncheck both of them. And then up here on notifications, you're just gonna want to turn this off as well. And you might have notifications in here too, so you're gonna want to uncheck these and then turn this off. And then under focus assist, you're also going to want to turn this off and turn off these notifications as well. And then after that, you can exit out of notifications, and we're going to move on to the next step. So the next step is actually going to be disabling game DVR and Xbox Game Bar for Windows, so that you don't have anything running in the background recording while you're playing. Now, unless you do want it to be recording in the background to record your gameplay and stuff, then you can leave it on, but I recommend using OBS, or if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, using NVIDIA Shadowplay, because they're way better than Xbox Game Bar. But to get to it, you're just going to want to type in gaming, and then it'll pop up with game mode settings. And then when you're in game mode settings, you just want to go to the gaming tab here, and then Xbox Game Bar will show up right here. And all you're going to want to do right here is just turn it off. And then once you click it off, Xbox Game Bar will turn off from recording in the background. And then when you're going to go back to gaming, you should go to captures as well. And here in captures, turn off record what happened, and max recording length, set that to 30 minutes, and capture audio when recording a game, turn that off. With video frame rate, keep that at 30 FPS, video quality at standard, capture mouse cursor when recording a game, turn that off as well. And once you restart your PC, this will not be recording in the background anymore. And you can also go to graphics right here, and for this one, this is for games. So if you have any games downloaded on your PC like Valorant, Fortnite, Call of Duty, anything, you can actually put them into here, and this can actually help your games run at a higher performance. So I'll use like camera as a example. So if camera was your game, all you would have to do is just put on high performance, and then that would help your game run smoother and put it at a higher performance to run your game. And you would just press save, and then it would run at high performance here. But since I don't have any games to put in this section right now, I have it off. And after you do that, you can just exit out, and then we're going to move on to our next step. The next step is actually going to be turning off startup apps in your Windows settings, so that when you're on your PC, you don't have random apps that you don't need starting up at the start, slowing down your PC's performance and boot time. So on your Windows search button, go to start up, and startup app should pop up, and then just press open. And then once you're in the startup apps here, you might have a lot in here, but all you're going to want to do is the apps that you know you don't need starting up on your PC, just turn them off. So Cortana, I don't need that, so I turn that off. Microsoft Edge off. OneDrive, I don't need that on. Microsoft Teams off. Skype off. Steam off. Time and resolution I have on. Translucent TB I have on. Windows security notification icon I have off. Windows terminal I have off. iTunes helper I have off. iTunes mobile device helper I also have that off. And then wallpaper 32 I have on. And after you find the startup apps that you don't need running, another way to get more startup apps that don't show up in here is actually going to your Windows search bar and typing in task manager. And once task manager shows up, you can just press open, and then it might show a few in here, but I have in here the startup, I have the same ones that I have in the Windows settings, but you might have different ones in here that you can just change to turn them on or off depending on what you want to have off and on. And after you do that, disabling the startup apps you don't need running on your PC at the start, you can just exit out of task manager and exit out of the Windows startup apps settings. And then after that, we're going to move on to our next step. So for this next and final step, you're actually going to want to go down to your settings with the internet and sound settings down here, and then you're going to want to go to the all settings, and then here you're going to want to go to sound, and inside of sound you're going to scroll down till you find more sound settings, and this is going to open up the sound tab. And then in here you're going to want to go to your headphones or your speakers, your headphones or your speakers that you're using to listen to your audio and your games. And you're going to go to the properties and then go to the enhancement tabs. And then in here, this might be unchecked, but if it is unchecked, make sure that you check it to disable all enhancements, because this was tested and it actually caused stuttering and FPS drops in games. And if you check this, and it'll disable enhancements on your headphones so that you aren't getting stutters and FPS drops in your games. And after you do that, you can just press apply, and your video, or not your video, but your sound might cut out after you press apply to this. And if it does that, just unplug your headphones and plug them back in, and then your sound should be working again. Then you can press OK again, and then exit out of this. And that was all the steps to optimizing your Windows 11 system. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload. And with that being said, it's been your boy Phased. Peace out.